do not play with your brain. The mind is not a game that you should be playing with or you should be letting people play with for you. Do not let any snotty-nosed boy play with you and your standards. Do not let them shame you into thinking that you're like too much or you're bougie or you're just too much. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I had a whole thing going on, but the happy broke off, so it's just New Year. 2025, we are here. We are here! A fun fact about me, my birthday is 6 days from now. So I was like, what kind of video should I make that could correlate with my birthday? I'm like, what better video to make than a video about the things I've learned at my age as I'm coming into a new age. So for those who don't know and for those who do know, I am turning 21. So this video is gonna be about 20 things I've learned at 20. Number one, we've heard it all, we hear it all the time, whether you're religious, not religious, spiritual, whatever. But this is so factual. Keep God first. The first thing I learned, I had to learn that during my teenage years. When God says seek the kingdom first in Matthew 6 verse 33, seriously, seek God first. Whether you want to believe in God, whether you want to believe there is a God, whether you want to believe in different gods, Jesus exists and he's the only person that's ever brought me this far, for me, and that's no shame to whatever anyone else believes, but for me, this is what has worked for me, and I know this is what's going to continue to work for me. And I say keep God first because in life, this is all of our first times living. We are all living all together for the first time. None of us died and came back and resurrected like Jesus did. None of that is possible. This is all our first time doing this. So how are we going to try to live this life, this short life that we have, on our own? Wouldn't it make sense to have something bigger than us, guiding us, leading us, feeding us information and all that stuff? Just being there for us at all times. And when we're not on earth, we'll be with that person. And that person, to me and for me, is God, period. Number two, being yourself. Authenticity is so rare nowadays because everyone is trying to be like someone else. Even I have fallen victim to that. But being yourself will literally take you so far you don't even know. Again, these things sound corny because you've heard it before, but it's real. Be yourself, be true to yourself. Being true to yourself will bring you so far. So many people that you look up to or you admire, you try to be they are being themselves. So imagine if you were to be yourself. Number three, with being yourself, what if you don't even know yourself? That's what I'm coming into with that is finding out who you are. Number three, finding out who you are. What do you like? Outside of your friends, your family, working, if you're a parent, being a parent, outside of all of that, who are you? Who are you? Number four, choose your friends wisely. Now, y'all, people should have been doing this since high school, middle school, but for some people, they did not have that advantage of going through friendships and friendship breakups in high school, middle school. So they're going through it in their adult age. Finding out who's really for you and finding out who you really are for too, because in order to get good friends, you got to be a good friend as well. In order to have people pour into you, you have to pour into people as well. And for number five, I want to talk about discernment. Have discernment, pray for discernment, ask God to give you the gift of discernment, because whether it's with friendships, relationships, jobs, sometimes even family, so many times we walk into things without knowing, thinking that we know, but we really don't know. And number five and number one correlate with each other. Hello, seeking God first. Hello. Number six, letting go of the past. Who you are today is not who you were yesterday. Yesterday, I was a little grouchy, but I'm not the same person. If anything, yesterday was me last year. Today's me this year. Letting go of the past, letting go of mistakes you might have made. You know what I mean? They happened. There's no press rewind button in life. Once you do something, it's already been done. Forgive yourself and move on. I am trying to learn. Sometimes you think back to certain things you did and you beat yourself up for it, but you got to realize if God forgives, why can't you forgive yourself? Move on, girly or boy. Move on, forgive yourself. And yeah. Number seven, mental health. Do not play with your brain. The mind is not a game that you should be playing with, or you should be letting people play with for you. Control it. Sometimes you can't, but you gotta take captive the negative thoughts. I'm really talking to myself here. Like, you gotta take captive of the negative thoughts and the self-doubt and all that stuff, like all of that stuff. Like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Like, when you want to be in control so much and it doesn't go your way, like, here comes the negative thoughts and the comparison and all that stuff. You gotta let it go. Like, treat your mind kindly. That's what number 7 is. Treat your mind kindly. And that's for me too, because number 8, self-love. I know people hate to hear it, but it's true. Like, if you need that one day off from work and you done already worked like 50 hours this week, I'm sure one day won't hurt. Money's always gonna come. Like, that $50, $70, yeah, it might help a little bit, but if you're going insane and you need a day to just like regroup and get back to yourself, do it. Do not let anybody like shame you into like wanting to be with yourself, wanting to sit with yourself, wanting to sit at home, lay down, maybe go to the beach or go shopping. You know what I mean? Like, self-love is truly the best love. Now, it's not bigger and greater than God's love, but it's a good love. Like, you need to love yourself. And if yourself is not feeling good, like, how will you be able to work and do all those things that the world expects you to do when you can't even like love yourself right now? Number 9. I mean, I just said it. Love yourself. Like, love your flaws, love your quirks, love your features, love the things you feel like that are ugly. Like, God created you perfectly. Like, he doesn't see you as ugly. So why do you think you're ugly? Number 10, do not let any snotty nose boy play with you and your standards. Do not let them shame you into thinking that you're like too much, or you're bougie, or you're just too much, like you're asking for too much. Like, no, never lower your standards for anybody. Like, boundaries are a must. Like, if there's something that you just like, it's like, I can't even explain it, but it's just you. Like, you should not let anybody, just because you like them that much, you should not lower that just to be with someone. Like, that was a clock to myself, but I'm low-key reading myself down with these. But like, still, like, don't let anybody shame you for having standards, whether that's a boy, your family, like, none of that. Number 11, to piggyback off of that, set your boundaries early. Let people know what it is. Like, don't let anyone shame you into having standards. Like, if something makes you uncomfortable, speak up. Speak up and say it, and don't let it sit and drown out until it becomes something bigger than, like, now you gotta address it as it is, versus like addressing it early on when it was like small and not really, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, like, set your boundaries early. Number 12, fake it till you make it. That confidence, like Rihanna said, like, if you are not feeling it today, pretend like you are feeling it. Pretend, because one thing about people, certain people have discernment that have the discernment that you don't have. Certain people could read you down based off your energy. Like, you don't even gotta say you're not feeling yourself. Like, they could read it. Like, you not feeling yourself, fake it. You don't feel pretty today, lie to yourself, look in the mirror and be like, I am pretty. And then you start to feel pretty because you truly are pretty. And you need to like low-key kind of manipulate yourself into thinking that, so you can really believe it and see what people see it. Number 13, gratitude. Be thankful. Like, gratitude, like, just being thankful for like the smallest things. Oh my gosh, today I worked out at the gym for an hour and I hit all the routines I was supposed to hit, and I didn't stop. And I also didn't go to McDonald's afterwards. Like, good job, you go, like, you do it. Or I got straight A's this semester, or I got promoted at a new job, like, or I lost 50 pounds. Like, be thankful for all of that. Be grateful for all of that. Like, I just found $50 on the street. Like, yes, you go Glen Coco.
Go, you go Glen Coco.
Number 14, patience. that was a big one and a hard one for me. Being patient. Once again, there are 365 days in a year. Or in like Portia Williams, like mine, there's 265 days, but there are 365 days in a year. So like, why would what you want come like in a day when you just started like yesterday? Like, time, like, patience truly is key. And I learned that like like the quicker you get something, low key, the quicker it goes. So I'd rather be patient and like have that like slow burn moment with something so that I know it'll be temporary, because I took the time to understand and I took the skills and all that stuff, and I had all the patience, and it's mine and it ain't going nowhere. Patience. Number 15, find hobbies. Like going to work or going to school or like just doing the like find something that you can do that doesn't like maybe pay your bills or doesn't like get you validation from other, like just find something to do, whether that's painting, reading, working out, dancing, like whatever it is. Like find hobbies. Like you'll really like thank yourself. Learn how to play an instrument, like whatever it is, volunteering, like find a hobby. You'll thank yourself for that really in the future. Let's go of the timeline. I have a video like this. Look at that. But letting go of the timeline, it also correlates with what I was saying about patience. Like sometimes in life, things are not going to come in the order we want to. That doesn't mean it's not going to come, but it's just not going to come when we want it to, you know? So we just got to let go of the timeline and let life be. Because once again, we are not in control of our lives. We are in control of things like, okay, I have to wake up this morning and go to work. I have to do my homework in order to get good grades. I have to study in order to understand the lesson. Like number 17, of course, like careless. Careless. Now, I'm not saying be careless, but I'm just saying you need to care less. Like I need to care less. We all need to care less about like what outsiders will say about what we're doing or how people might insinuate or take what we're doing. Like it isn't like people are always gonna have an opinion. Like that's life. Like that's human. Like that's a human thing to have an opinion on something. People are always gonna have an opinion on you, whether you want them to, whether it's good or bad. Like people are always gonna have an opinion. Like so once you start to care less about what people might say, like life starts getting better. Like number 18, go to school. Like go to school. Like if it's in you to go to school, go do it. Like it hurts nobody to like add more to your knowledge and to your skills, whether that's trade school, beauty school, college, university. Like just go and learn. Like in other countries, like in other worlds, like people don't have the advantage and the luxury to just go to school and learn. And like here in America, trust me, I know we got all types of flaws, but like education, like let's use it while we still have it, you know, like let's think while we still can. Number 19, learn to have a bit more respect for yourself. Like let's carry ourselves as people with high value and morals. Like sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, I'm high value, but like your actions really show whether you like have any kind of respect for yourself or morals, period. Like the things you see people do in this day and age, it's like, ooh. Number 20, find your own style, find your own everything. Like don't just go on social media looking to like replicate what you see somebody else has, whether that's like shoes, perfumes, clothing. Find your own style, find your own lingo. Like there's so many great things out there, like so many varieties for like, you know, people to take, but it's like you just want to keep going after what someone else has. Like no girl, find your own style. Like once you have your own signature something, like nobody can take that from you, whether that's your own signature scent, your own signature hairstyle, your own signature makeup look, styling, like clothing look, shoes, whatever it is. Like once it's yours, nobody can take that from you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to make this like short and sweet, and I'm also hungry. So after this, I'm literally gonna go order DoorDash because I'm starving. But yeah, tell me if you want me to make more videos like this. I hope it was informative. These were just 20 things I just learned at 20. I could actually go to 50, like 50 things I've learned, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet at 20. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and share. And I hope you guys had a great New Year's. The happy just New Year's, and I hope that this year I get to hit 1,000K, 1,000 subscribers. Yes, by the end of 2025, we're manifesting it. Actually, no, we're praying for it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a good one. Bye.